It doesn't bother me or anything, but I know that it's definitely going to be a great fight. It's September 27th. He's going to bring his A game. I'll bring my A game, and let's rock and roll. Let's have some fun.
Do you think his A game has any chance of stepping up and meeting your A game?
No, I mean, not the last fight that he had with Fernando Vargas. I don't think that he's going to be able to stand up to the type of speed and power that I'm going to have. I'm very motivated right now because I want to let the world know that I'm the best fighter even today. Back in my good days in the early 2000s or 2000, I displayed that I was a better fighter, and I want to do it again. Before 2010, I want people to know that I'm the best fighter out there, and that not only that I'm the best fighter, but I'm truly a legendary fighter in our time.
What if Ricardo lights up a cigarette like that? Sort of demeaning to something like that? Something in the shape?
Well, I find it kind of funny because I remember way back in the day when I was Zach Badilla's sparring partner, and we flew over to Italy, and right after Zach fought, I guess the guy he fought or another guy that was fighting on another card just left a cigarette and started smoking right away, and offered me a cigarette. I'm looking at him like he's from Mars. You want to offer me a cigarette? So some people do that and they can get away with it.
How's it feel to be back in LA? After 8 years.
It feels good. It feels good. It feels good to be back in LA. To show the LA fans that I'm not just legendary myth or whatever. It's real. They can see me live in person and see that I truly am the fighter that everybody says I am.
People seem hesitant about other reason other than fight. What fight next? Next to what to fight?
Margarito.
People say you intimidated by
But that's what I do. I go after the best fighters, and it doesn't matter who it is. When Mayweather's on top before he retired, I wanted Mayweather. Margarito's the one on top. He's the best welterweight out there right now. I want Margarito. I love the challenge, and I've always been that way. I've always been competitive, and I always want to be the best. So if he's the best fighter out there, then I'm going after him.
There's a lot of you fought this guy and he fought this guy, and you go back and forth. Does that have any meaning whatsoever?
No. I mean, styles make fights, and when Cotto fought Margarito, I think Margarito looked at my tape a lot and watched how I kind of walked him down in the later rounds and how Cotto was fading. And I think he just picked it up from round 1 the same way I did from round 8 to, when I had Cotto moving around from 8 to 12. He just kind of started in round 1 and warmed down earlier. If I would have probably started early like he did, maybe I would have had the same result.
The same goes with this fight. There's a lot of guys that you both fought. Is there any meaning to that?
No. I mean, he fought Bernard Forrest way back in the day at 147. I think that he probably wasn't smoking as much cigarettes. He probably wasn't drinking as much. And he was very hungry. I remember when he first fought Andrew 16 Lewis and for his first world title, and he was like, I'm going to win the world title. I'm going to be the best, And I was kind of like, okay, good. Go do your thing. Go out there and win it. And I think from there, we kind of gained a great respect for each other, even way back then.
Shane, how do you beat Mayorga? What does he do that?
Well, I think that, you just stay with the blueprint. Oscar De La Hoya, I think, fought a great fight with Mayorga. And technically, he threw his jabs, right hands, threw perfect left hooks, and he looked sharp. And, I watched a lot of fight films of the way he fought him, the way Trinidad, fought him. He stayed real, close and tough, real good. And, he kept his defense pretty good. So as long as my defense is good, then I'll be able to, I should have no problems with Mayorga.
What are your concerns, if any, about Mayorga's style?
Well, I really don't have any concerns, but the only concerns that I can think of, Oscar told me when he fought Mayorga right after the fight, he said, wow, he's very heavy-handed. He has heavy hands, so that's the only difference. And Oscar can take a pretty good punch.
You feel like you've been fighting for so long, you feel like you lost anything or gained something?
It's funny because for a bit, maybe a year or two, I felt like I lost something. But I don't know, all of a sudden I have this extra surge to want to be the best, to want to show people that I am the best. I have this extra surge to go out there and perform and so people can see me, see the real shit, because they can see Sugar Shane and they can see me. It's going to be a great fight, and I'm just excited to get in the ring. I wanted to display this talent against Zab Judah, but I didn't get a chance to do that. But I did get the opportunity of working hard and being in camp for a while without the actual satisfaction of holding my hands up high and getting the victory. So we're going to this fight, and Ricardo Mayorga, I know he's tough and he's crazy, does crazy things, but that's not going to bother me. I'm on a mission now. The mission is to be the best fighter out there today.
Just a quick question. With his antics and press conferences with Oscar Fernando, did you feel that he might kind of have you guard up? Did you feel that he might have done something the way he did in the Vargas press conference or the Loyal press conference? Did you ever kind of saw your guard up and then you saw like he was really, just antics crazy kind of guy?
Well, I just know how he is from different press conferences. I mean, I've been to Oscar's press conference. I've been to the Vargas press conference where I've seen him go back and forth. And I think with our press conference, he was a bit mild. It was still fun, but he was a bit mild. And I just don't. I can't be serious. I take him that serious when he's doing this type of things. I know that he's a true warrior, true fighter, and all that stuff is just to try to get in your head. So it just doesn't bother me.
Do you think he's declined somewhat? He took a pretty bad beating against Trinidad, took a bad beating against De La Hoya. Do you think he's maybe a step below what he was?
Well, I mean, you can look at it in different ways. I mean, he might have took a step down with both of those fighters, but he actually had the victory against Fernando Vargas. So maybe that gave him a lift to want to be in the elite fighting bracket. So that might make it a little more tougher on me mentally for him.